donkey of the day. You are the donkey of the day. Hee haw, hee haw, hee haw.
Hey, what's up? It's me, LA, pronounced like LA like the city. I'm not from there, but I'm breezy. And today's video is about Donkey of the Day. I would like to award and dedicate Donkey of the Day. This is a 2-in-1 to not only Charlamagne the God, but to Tasha K. Also, because of, I'm listening to Breakfast Club, ready, well, coffee ready, bagel, croissant, and jelly roll. Right by my side, I'm like, okay, I know after this apology, acceptance letter, award speech, we shall overcome. Apology was over. The Breakfast Club was going to go on the next day and have Tasha K be the Donkey of the Day. But she was not. So I would like to not only give Charlamagne the God, wow, and Tasha K the Donkey of the Day.
You are the donkey of the day. You are the donkey of the day. Hee haw, hee haw.
Thank you for that reenactment. Now, the reason Tasha K should get the Donkey of the Day is because her apology, which sounded more like a speech that was more preachy than apologetic, was about 12-13 minutes long, and it had nothing to do with the case in general. It just talked about a lot of things that had next to do with nothing, in referencing to the main event of apologizing not only to Cardi B, perhaps to herself and her family and friends, and to her followers she called winos, for putting everyone, including herself, through the ringer, and openly in court stating that she did the things she did intentionally in the gaze of gaining financial gain. That's where it should have stopped and ended. And yes, rightfully so, an apology should have been made so everything and everyone could move forward into the rest of this year before it closes on a bad note. From the outside looking in, I have gone through her statement that she's done, and the video is called Exclusive Tasha K's Official Statement on the Verdict. I have a couple of people here, guests who've come in to reenact this parts of the speech that I've handwritten down from Tasha K's video. I'd like to thank the hashtag Meowcat for coming in on such a prompt notice, and one of the our Funko Pops have also come in to do the reading, so never mind their voices as we continue. Thank you once again. We'll begin this exclusive Tasha K's official statement on the verdict.
Thank you for having me.
My pleasure.
I'll be reading some of the brief statements that Tasha K said. My name is hashtag Meowcat. She deeply long sighs and inhales, thusly following after a long pause, while she wears her long sleeve white shirt, or should I say cardigan, and she begins.
Alright, these last 4 years fighting this conspiracy case have been extremely challenging, and yet I wouldn't change a single thing about any of it. I've learned so much. Every moment was incredibly powerful and insightful. The verdict handed down on Monday was no shock to myself, my husband, or my legal team. We are prepared We were prepared for this challenge from the beginning. Prepare for the worst, as we said.
Tasha K continues on in her white cardigan long sleeve top and her permed out slicked side hair with the fluff tease bang, continuing on in her official statement of the verdict.
We called bluff against a machine that wanted to bully me for not wavering from my personal beliefs. A machine that has corporate interests to profit. No, excuse me. A machine that has corporate interests to protect ladies of the night. Street pharmaceutical use and activities of morality that are immoral in the guises of engaging in nasty things to glorify the violence that wreaks havoc on our society, in our neighborhoods, to glorify.
She leans deeply back into her chair, presses her lips tightly together, takes a deep breath, a dramatic pause, shakes her head, just like Gerald White would do, and continued on. She continues on to read from her paper, to which I think is a statement.
It's sold to our children as the it factor, the machine, this thing, secured an extremely prejudicial verdict against myself and my company solely off of sympathy and payola, asking me to redact the real reason as to why I was reporting on the issue at the hand and succeeded in making me out to be an angry, miscellaneous woman. This is a real business. I am a wife of 17 years, a mother to a beautiful 15-year-old girl who's an honor student, and a 2-year-old son. My platform creates news and sheds light on the issues going on in our society. My First Amendment right poses a threat to the machine. Sole intention to mislead the public with caricatures built on violence, sounding things, and images of a denounced stereotype. Look at Chicago and LA and various other cities that can't even sit on their own living room and braid their kids' hair without worrying about bullets flying and taking out children. My First Amendment right was painted to the public in courts as a bully, vile, and malicious towards a machine that glorifies a lifestyle meant to serve as a modern day, you know what, on our people.
Tasha K continues on for an additional plethora of minutes with the same tone in the rhetoric of the late MLK, also known as Martin Luther King Jr., and the I have a dream type of rhetoric, mundane speaking. She leans forward into her chair, backwards into her chair, in her white long sleeve cardigan and freshly done permed hair with the fluffed feather tees at the top for the bang, and continues on and on, all the way to the end after turning several pages through her notes of pre-typed script to also inform us that someone's been making fake GoFundMe accounts and that they should be stopped and reported, as her platform, as her she and her house will not ever make a GoFundMe. She continues on that she will continue fighting for what she feels are her rights.
Thank you, you two, for doing a brief reenactment. I know I had about 7-8 pages of notes based off of what she said, but this is me, LA, pronounced like LA, like the city. I'm not from there, but I'm breezy, wrapping up with Tasha K Cardi B situation until further notice in March. I'll come back and piggyback up on it then. Unless something really prevalent breaks out, I won't be reporting on this until they hit the codes. Here we is, boy. I'll be moving on forward in celebrity news and things with other celebrities, but I did have a good time recovering them. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this donkey of the day goes out to Charlamagne, the god of the Breakfast Club, and Tasha K. Charlamagne the god gets donkey of the day because he did not give donkey of the day to Tasha K, who deserved it for not appropriately apologizing once again. First to Jaguar Wright, she failed to apologize to Jaguar Wright last year. She failed to do that. It was a horrible apology because it was not an apology at all. And now swinging into 2022, she's coming in strong and steady with that same energy, as Armand Wiggins would say. And she did not properly apologize to Cardi B. Donkey of the day not only goes to Charlamagne the God for not calling Tasha K out on her mess. And so Tasha K will get donkey of the day for not apologizing to Cardi B, bringing in the old energy in with the new year. Thank you guys for listening to ELAY TV Celebrity News and Things. I'm going to wrap up this Tasha K and Cardi B pandemic until further notice. Word on the street is that they're supposed to be back in court sometime this year, but in March. If something really happens out of the blue that's really important, I'll talk about it on the platform. But until further notice, I will be moving on to other wonderful selected celebrity news and things people. LA like the city. I'm not from there, but I'm breezy. See you tomorrow.